that's for someday. But I think we have to see ourselves as missionaries in our current post-Christian secular culture. And so, I have a little bit of training and experience in the international mission field, and I know you guys do as well.
Right.
And when you go into that environment, you have to a lot of times create a platform first,
Right.
before you begin to share the gospel. You need to meet people's needs.
Right.
For you, it was aviation. For us here, it's coffee. We don't have a coffee shop this end of the city, but we've set up a platform now to begin to learn the culture, engage people, and really show people that we truly care and love them. And this is the platform. So because we see ourselves as missionaries, we're going to leverage this platform for the gospel. Again, we don't, like I said already, we create a place where people can meet with people, because that's
Right.
really what's important. And so yeah, I think just changing that perspective to first see yourself as a missionary.
Dynamics in your group in here, it's a lot better than that because you all have a common goal.
It's about humility, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just coming to the table with Christian humility, Christ-like humility.
So the first piece of advice you'd offer to a church who's thinking about this is realize this is a mission field, and
Yeah.
this is a mission field here in the U.S. You don't have to go to Africa or Latin America to reach people, and this is a great neutral environment, the coffee shop. What would be one other thing? Do you think our mentoring, was that important? I mean, vision, because, I wrote this, it's on the website, and I said, it's the missionary in us. I said, our heart is to see the church get outside their four walls to reach the unbelieving world in a compelling, contemporary manner with a consistent message of Christ's love, grace, and forgiveness. And the coffee shop is one of those means. And
I say that very generally. I know that's not always helpful, but I think that we tend to be very low risk a lot of times, just do what's kind of safe. And I don't think there's time in the Great Commission for safe. Because to me, at least the way we operate here is high faith and high risk, because it's what we're doing for the Great Commission is urgent.
Right.
And there needs to be that sense of urgency behind it. So I would just encourage you to take that step of faith. If you're thinking about it, just do it.
But our next story is all about taking a new approach to lifting your spirits with more than just some caffeine. WUSA 9's Evan Kosloff has the story.
Hi, how can I help you?
In a small cafe in Sterling, coffee beans are grinding, and the milk is steaming.
Hi, how are you?
There's conversation, too,
Cinnamon and strawberry.
as folks make their orders and start their day.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
But this coffee shop is about more than just coffee, or even tea.
I have just been overwhelmed with the response.
Brian Clark thought of the idea, but he's not some entrepreneur trying to make a buck, or some master brewer trying to master the craft. He's a pastor. And this coffee shop, well, it's not a coffee shop at all.
All right, hit a button up top for me.
It's actually a church, the Riverside Presbyterian Church.
If you look at the dollar per usage, it's so terrible. For churches are terrible. And so we wanted to flip that. So how could it be 7 days a week? And that maybe Sunday's our smallest time.
So you're getting some juice?
And so the idea for Ridgetop Coffee was born. In one area, the traditional sanctuary. Another area, the coffee shop.
That's my baby brother.
There's also the play area for the kids, where they could do kid things, while their parents get a much-needed breather.
The bottom line is coffee and tea and those things are places to sit, and just be. I mean, like, it warms my heart that there's a Muslim moms group that comes here, and it just says that we're doing, I think what we're made to be is be community and just be together.
Mostly I'm just excited to see what else God is going to do here.
Amanda Holtz is the manager of the shop.
$9.70, please.
She says it's all about redefining what you think of when you imagine a church.
I think people think of churches as just somewhere you go on Sunday mornings and then you go home. But A long time ago, they used to be the hub of the community, and we wanted to have that again here in Sterling.
I think what life is really about is those conversations, is those friendships, and so we're just helping people to do the life that I think they're made to have.
And doing it one cup at a time.
Well, that coffee shop opened in April. Business is booming, but again, it's not about the business. It's not about the money. They're all about bringing the community together, and sometimes that's how you get some people to go to church, right? You give them a little coffee. That often brings people together.
Both of our churches have coffee
Both of
shops.
us, yes, they do.
Come on, friends, come on.
Fearless has many of the aspects that draw people in, making them feel comfortable and at home. From the cheery guy in the parking lot to the friendly people at the door, the smell of great coffee, and comfortable surroundings. But for some people, it has one big problem. It's a church. Unfortunately, some people have negative thoughts about churches. They've been hurt by another church and its members. They've experienced hypocrisy by so-called Christians. Or maybe they have observed bad and false teaching from TV preachers and others. Or maybe they're just shy. These people may avoid Fearless Church for one reason: it's a church. Thus, a church designed as a coffee shop. It's estimated that 70% of adults are coffee drinkers, and 100% of people like to eat. This is the magnet that will draw them in, and if it's great, they will come back again and again. This may be the drink and the food that leads them to the bread and the wine. The smiling, friendly faces of the workers and their God-given, cheerful attitudes. Smiling, friendly workers, the peaceful, relaxing atmosphere, and the signs on the wall all may add to their curiosity. Then they ask, why does this place seem somehow different? Why does this place put a smile on my face? Then they look at the coffee cup in their hand, which reads, please come back Sunday for free coffee and an encouraging word. When they come back on Sunday, they see that the folding partition has opened up. Now they see rows of chairs and a stage up front with a small band. Yes, a mini Fearless stage. Of course, Christians will love to come and sit by the fireplace, drink coffee, and study scripture with friends. In addition, it's a great non-threatening atmosphere to disciple a new believer. Baristas and others will be trained in evangelism and equipped with tracts and small gifts. I see a small play area set aside for kids so that moms can get together in their Bible study and not have to worry about childcare. Friday and Saturday nights, a small Christian band entertains. Occasionally, a pastor or another believer will sit by themselves, possibly putting up a sign saying, free prayer. Core church members will be encouraged to volunteer their time, and all the profits from the sales can go to help cover startup costs, overhead, and expenses. This is just one of many potential locations in our area. It's a little over 7,000 square feet. They're asking $11 a square foot rent. It's been vacant for almost a year. I believe we could probably get them down on that price. But there are many, many empty buildings around that we could consider.